Do you use the same belt for squats and deadlifts? And for a lot of us, the answer would be no. And there are a couple of reasons for this. The first one would be the difference in the lifts themselves. On a squat, you have the benefit of having load on your back when you set up under the bar. Okay. The deadlift is the opposite. You've got no load on your back. You've got to be able to get into position, get set, and pull without any load whatsoever. Now, this is where belt width matters because while you might be able to use a 4-inch when you have the benefit of load on your back, setting up in the squat, you might not be able to use the same belt when you're setting up on the deadlift. The reason is because you're going to have to hinge at your hips and set up with your back in flexion as you grab the bar before you're able to fully set up for the deadlift. And a 4-inch can be too much for a lot of people, and a 3-inch might be the better option. I'll tell you as a personal example, I'm 5'11", and I use a 4-inch on squats and presses, and I've always used a 3-inch on the deadlift for the main reason that you need to be able to get set up. You got to have enough room between the bottom of your ribs, the top of your hips to get set up in the deadlift without the benefit of having any load on your back. All right, so let's actually do a deadlift setup. I'm going to put my belts on. I'm going to come to the bar with the balls of my feet roughly shoulder width apart. My toes are out, probably 5 degrees each side, not very much. Shins are about an inch behind the bar. All right, and I'm going to bend down. I'm going to have my arms just outside my knees. I'm going to push my shins to the bar, knees out, breath. So the keys here are your stance in the setup and the fact that when you are in the position with your hands on the bar, you take that proper brace, you set your back in extension, not flexion, but extension, hold your breath as you do the lift. So how do you know if you need a narrower belt on the deadlift? It's pretty simple, and you might even want to video yourself from the side like I've done, but you're going to put the belt on, you're going to get into position, and you're going to see if you can set your back properly with the width of belt that you have on. So it might be a 4-inch, it might be a 3-inch, it might be a 2.5-inch, but it's going to be whatever belt width allows you to get into that position before you do the lift. So the bottom line with deadlift is you have to be able to get your back into the proper position. Now we have a full video that breaks down all the widths of belts and how you might choose for yourself. If you want to see that, I will link that. If you want to see any of our belts, DominionStrengthTraining.com, that's our website. If you have any questions, drop those in the comments. We will answer those. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.